Greetings, fellow wargamers, hobbyists, and other YouTubers out there. Welcome to my video response to Venturella's topic of the week, which was about rule changes. What rule would I change and how would I go about it? That kind of thing. Now, this was... Initially, I thought, oh, this is easy. I don't like Overwatch. Overwatch in 40k, that's stupid rule. I think it's ridiculous. Then I got to thinking... Do you know what? Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense when you're being charged to fire off some snapshots, like, oh, get him, Yeah, that makes kind of sense. Okay, all right then. I thought, what about the charge itself? The charge, because if you've got to make a charge, you've got to make an 8-inch charge. You roll a 7, you fail. You've taken the Overwatch, lost a couple of guys, and you're still in exactly the same position that you were. That makes no sense at all whatsoever. I thought at least they should progress maybe an inch or so, which maybe they could. But then I thought, it does kind of make sense, I suppose. With the Overwatch fire, they kind of get bogged down and think, oh no, actually, we're not going to charge after all, it's too dangerous. So that kind of made sense to me. Then I went, completely different game. I thought, Vampire the Masquerade. Anybody remembers that? I thought the whole initiative and how that worked, because I had many arguments with the storytellers about it. And bear in mind, I was a younger man. Well, I was a young man. I'm just going to have a sip of tea a minute. A young man. And I was kind of like, that makes no sense at all. Right, so how it worked, you all rolled your initiatives, and say there was a group of 3 of you, and the antagonist, who's going to be like a boss or something. You're going to have a fight. So this guy here rolls the best initiative, then the antagonist does, then the other 2. So the storyteller would always go, right, you won, you've got the best initiative, so what are you doing? Right, okay, you're going to shoot at him. Well, as he's next, I know you're going to shoot at him now, so I'm going to dodge. That made no sense at all. If you got the initiative, you got the one up on the other guy. So it should be in reverse order. I always said the one with the lowest initiative should say what he's doing first. Then that way the person, male or female, with the highest initiative knows what everybody else is doing that split second before he decides, or he or she decides. And I said that's the way it should be. And I was like, no, that's not the way it's written, or whatever. And I'm like, well, it makes no sense to me. But then I thought, they've probably changed it since then, and they reintroduced the Masquerade since then. I know they went on to, was it Requiem or something? I don't know what rule changes were involved in that. That was an RPG game anyway. But so I've come back finally to Warhammer 40k and cover saves. Now, every model has a cover save. Like take this guy. He's got a cover save, and if he's, well, it's probably a bad example. Take, say, I don't know, Tyrannid Hormagaunt, a 6-up cover save out in the open. Say he's got some sort of terrain in front of the model, say a wall, or like a partial wall, or some trees. He's now got 4-up cover. Okay, that makes sense, because if someone's firing at him, it has to get through the terrain or cover first before it gets to him. But if you put 2 models side by side, one with excellent armour, say, and one with poor armour, behind the same cover, they're both getting the same cover save. That's wrong, surely. And because even if the projectile, bullet, laser beam, whatever it is, gets through the trees or the rubble or whatever it is and then hits them, surely it would then have to take another saving test so that the guy with better armor is still better protected. I'm not explaining this very well, but I know what I mean. I hope you can kind of follow what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, although I don't think it's such a big deal, all you got to do is add an extra roll. That's it. Right, so you get 4+ cover for the trees. No, doesn't make that, so it gets through. But now you got your armor or your tough skin or whatever, so now it has a chance to save off. It's kind of like a feel no pain or something like that. That's all. And that's my thing. Just put an extra save and throw in after it's got through the cover of whatever it's shooting through. Trees, wall, building, whatever. Yeah. Love these topic of the weeks. And hopefully there'll be more I'll chip in on over time. Some I don't feel very qualified to talk about, and others, when I try, it's blatantly obvious I'm not qualified to talk about them. But this is, I don't know, that cover thing's always been a bit of a bugbear with me. Anyway, till next time, guys. All Russians lead to war. Bye for now.